The first case is the elderly Detroit resident. A suspect broke into our victim's home. She's 78 years old. She confronted him. He physically assaulted her and later sexually assaulted her. This is a cowardly act, a vulnerable citizen in our community. Our department is going to put all our resources in getting this person off the street. We are hopeful to get him off the street today. We need the community's support. We know our community is going to step up and identify who this person is. We do have a picture of him, very distinctive clothing, just an awful case of abuse, and again, one of our vulnerable citizens in our community. I'm going to bring up Malik Shabazz at this point to talk a little bit about how he's going to be partnering with us to help us get this perpetrator off the street, and that'll be followed by the sergeant who is leading the investigation. Malik Shabazz.
Thank you, Chief. Giving honor to God, our seasoned citizens should be safe and secure. The only thing that we want our elders to have to worry about is it chicken tuna salad, is it fish, or is it salad without any meat that they're eating today. That's the only thing that the elders who have paid the price for all of us to be here should have to concern themselves with. This is an atrocious crime when you're not safe in your home, when people are breaking into your home, beating you, robbing you, raping you. And we need to say, this will not hold. It is unacceptable. We will not tolerate it. And it is no longer the police that you have to concern yourself with for those who are grimy and slimy and crimey and perping all this madness. It is the community working with the police. We will find you. That's right. We will isolate you. And we will make sure you go where you should be, which is behind prison. Now, let me say this before I conclude. To my people, and I know we're looking at SCOTUS and other things and the hands of the human rights clock being turned back, and we're organizing against white supremacy. I'm with it. However, at the same time as we organize against that, we must organize against the greatest child of white supremacy, and that is this so-called black on black crime. We have a problem, and we need to be honest about that fact that we have a problem, and that black lives has to matter not only to the White House, not only to Wall Street, not only to our brothers and sisters of another hue, but first, it needs to matter among our people. And I say that in the name of love. We love you, but it is your behavior that is unacceptable. There are 15,000 jobs in the city of Detroit. So you can stop pimping, stop slanging Percocet, crack, heroin, lean, robbing elders. You can stop all that. 15,000 jobs in the city of Detroit waiting on you, black people. But you got to get up and go get them.
There you go.
Thank you, Chief.
There you go. There you go. All right. Way to go, man.
So bringing this back to the issue that of the crime that happened against this vulnerable adult in our community. And as Mr. Shabazz has indicated, we will not tolerate it. The community is not going to tolerate it. This police department is not going to tolerate it. We are going to be stronger together with our community, and we're going to do everything together to get this perpetrator off the street. We're putting all our resources into getting this perpetrator off the street. My recommendation, if he's listening, to turn yourself in and turn yourself in immediately, because we will be looking for you tirelessly to get you off the street.
Amen.
At this time, I'm going to bring up Sergeant Jones to talk about some specifics with the case. Sergeant Jones, who's the lead investigator on the case.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Jones, SVU. As of now, we have been vetting quite a few tips that's been coming in this morning. We had a meeting with the chief, and the chief has afforded us all the resources necessary and possible to apprehend this person. Just to piggyback off what the chief said, you know who you are. So for this to be a peaceful transition of getting this situation taken care of, please turn yourself in. We are actively coming for you, and again, I reinstate the chief has given us every resource possible to come after you. We want this to be as peaceful as possible. We cannot have a city where we have our most vulnerable people being attacked and nobody said nothing. But fortunately, in this situation, it's just the opposite. We've been inundated with calls about who people think this person is. All we ask is that the calls continue to come in. We are going to vet every call to come through, and we're going to investigate every call to come through, and we're going to do our best to bring this person in.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that, Chief.
No problem. Again, I want everyone to understand we will tirelessly pursue and constitutionally pursue this person who's responsible for this heinous act. We will be relentless in our pursuit. We'll be constitutional in our pursuit, but we're going to put every resource out here in this community to identify the purpose or the person who victimized this vulnerable citizen. Unacceptable. And as you can see with our community support, it is unacceptable to our community, and it is certainly unacceptable to this police department.